Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about STPM question again because I have been requested by many students to do this past year question, which is in Maths T semester 1. Alright, this is chapter 2. The first question, show that for a fixed number a, 3x squared plus 3x cubed plus plus 3xn. So in this case, we can see that the first term is 3x squared, the r is x, because keep on increasing times x. So in this case, we want to know what is the tn term. So usually they can write ur, usually you can write tn. So it depends on how you write this. So tn term, so a r n minus 1. So in this case, 3x squared, your r is x power n minus 1. So it will be 3x squared plus n minus 1. So you get 3x 1 plus n. This is your tn term. And then we are going to find, because they say prove that this is GP, I am going to find common ratio by using tn plus 1 over tn to prove whether we can get constant variable or not. So tn plus 1, so it's 3x 1 plus n plus 1 over 3x 1 plus n. So if you can see, up and down can be cut. So 3x1 plus n cut away, 3x1 plus n cut away, you will left x power only with 1. So this x is actually a constant variable, so that we can say that it is a GP. Alright, then they say find its sum in terms of x and n. I want to find the sum from the first number here until the last number. This last number is your tn minus 1. Not tn, but tn minus 1. Because you see, tn is 3x 1 plus n. So if you put tn minus 1, meaning to say you change your n to n minus 1. So you will get 3x 1 minus 1 is 0, n. So this is your tn minus 1. Meaning to say from the first term, you add until tn minus 1. So in this case, I have to find Sn minus 1 for the a, which is 3x squared, 1 minus your Rn minus 1 over 1 minus r. This is the formula. Don't forget Sn formula is a 1 minus Rn over 1 minus r. They didn't mention r is whether more than 0 or less than 0. In this case, we take r always less than 1. Okay, so for B, this kind of question is very hard. You need to dissect it very slowly. So in this case, tnx is given by, actually this tnx is like a summation already. You can see that this is like a Sn. And then they want you to use Sn minus xSn. So meaning to say, actually this is a formula Sn minus Rsn, something like this, the concept of Sn. So means that this is actually how you find the GP formula Sn. You need to prove it out. You have to learn from the textbook. The textbook has a very good proving. But if you don't understand, you can always comment below. I can record one for you to prove this GP formula. So in this case, since I know that tnx is equal to x plus 4x squared plus 7x cubed plus goes on until 3n minus 2xn. And x tnx, now every of the tnx here, you times x, you times x, you times x, plus you times x again. So you get xn plus 1. Now we have to minus them and see what do we have. So let's minus them. So tnx minus x tnx. So if you can see for sure, the first one, x here, cannot minus anything. So I just write x. 4x squared minus 3x minus x squared, minus the bottom here. So you get 3x squared. 7x cubed minus this, you get plus 3x cubed, and goes on. Okay, you keep on minus. So you can see that at the end, it will be plus 3x power n before the last part here. When you minus the previous one, or you still get this one, you minus, still cut away, until the last one you minus, because there's nothing here, you minus this last one. So I write minus 3n minus 2 xn plus 1. Okay, this 3x power n is because you see, when I keep on minus, it's 3x, 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 3x. And the thing that is different is just the r. And then, as we can see, we are going to use the result from A. And from this 3x squared, 3x cubed, 3xn, we know that this is the result of from here. When we plus this up, the Sn formula is this one. So I'm going to copy this formula to here. So I will get, let me adjust the screen. I will get x plus 3x squared 1 minus x power n minus 1 over 1 minus x and minus 3n minus 2 xn plus 1. So as we can see, there's a fraction here. I do not like the fraction. Then I need to combine all the fractions together. So I combine it, x, I times 1 minus x, so I get x minus x squared plus 3x squared 1 minus x n minus 1. Okay, so, as well you can actually expand this. So let's expand this straight away. 3x squared times 1 and 3x squared times this. So I will get minus 3x, since xn, 2 minus 1 plus 1. Okay, and then lastly, minus 3n minus 2 xn plus 1 times 1 minus x. So yes, it's a lot to times, so we need to times it later one by one over everything 1 minus x. So I am expanding this very slowly. X minus x squared plus 3x squared. So minus x plus 3x squared, I can just write plus 2x squared. Minus 3xn plus 1. So minus 3n times x minus n plus 1 times 1 minus x. So actually there's two things that I need to times. So in this case, I times slowly for the first one. Okay, it's just 3n minus 2. This is together times the 1. So I get minus 3n minus 2 xn plus 1. The same thing. I times this and then times this. Okay, this is together. And then the last part here, I times this and then I times x again. So minus minus will give me a positive answer. 3n minus 2 x n plus 1 plus 1 because times x. Alright, then I continue solve my answer. As we can see from here, I continue. From the left side here, I can actually factorize out my 1 minus x equal to t and x. And the whole thing here is over 1 minus x. So I bring it to the left. I bring it to the left means I divide. At the end, I will prove whatever I need to prove here. Okay, so since this is xn minus 1, xn plus 1, I factorize out minus 3, okay, plus 3n minus 2, xn plus 1. I factorize out the negative, and then I factorize out the 3 and factorize out the this. So x and x I put at the back, plus 3n minus 2, xn plus 2 over 1 minus x. Because I bring to the right side, it becomes dy. So at the end of the time, I will prove whatever I need to prove here on this question, where I need to get t and x equal to x plus 2x squared minus 3n plus 1 xn plus 1 plus 3n minus 2 xn plus 2 over 1 minus x squared. Alright, so if in exam you do not know how to prove, you still can do the next two questions, the value question. So let's look at the value question. Okay, the value question is relatively easier than you need to prove. Alright, so if you prove from 1, if we can see from the first r equal to 1 until 20. So this is 2r, 3r minus 2. Where do we see this term before? This is actually your Tn term here, your Tn term. Okay, so if you can see, your r now is your power, your r is your n now. Okay, just that now the x here is actually your 2. Can you see? Because this is 2r at this part. So on the top here, it becomes x equal to, excuse me, equal to 2. Alright, so in this case, since we know x is equal to 2, then we are going to solve this. 20 r equal to 1. So we know that this is your Tn x already. So Tn, not n anymore, but become r. Tr, your x is to 2 now. Because your x is 2 from the top. From the bottom, we want to find the 2. So we are going to solve from number 1 until 20. So to do this, we already know that this is actually your sum of the term. Okay, so means that we are going to find T22. T20 is because from the first term until 20 term. So T22, basically, you just substitute the value. So x is your 2 plus 2, 2 square minus 3, n is your 20 plus 1, x 21. Okay, continue plus 320 minus 2, x is your 2, 22. I forgot to change this x, so I'm changing this x again to back to 2. So in this case, I know that r is equal to 20, x equal to 2. Please determine it correctly and substitute to this formula. And over 1 minus 2 square. Then I use my calculator. I will get a very big value, 115,343,370. So this is the answer for the first one. Then second one, oh, you see that it's a weird thing, but deduce. Deduce means use what you learned just now and deduce what is this. So what if now I change to r equal to 1, 20. So if I change r equal to 1, meaning to say you are substituting r minus 1 equal to 0 to the equation. So the r now minus 1 plus 2, the r now minus 1 plus 1. So at the end of the result, 20 r minus 1, 2r minus 1, right? So become plus 1. This 3r minus 3 plus 1. So this is 2r plus 1. So plus 1, I take out, I put in front. I will get 2. 20 r equal to 1, 2 power r. Alright, 3r minus 2. As we can see, this part here is actually your top part. So it means that it's 2 times the 115,343,370. So at the end of the result, you will get 230,686,740. This is your answer. This is your answer. Alright, so that's all for this question. Yes, it took a long time to do. So hopefully you all understand. And I will see you the next recording. Alright, thank you so much.